This is James with OinkArtLTD.com. Today we're going to start our cap test program, where basically every new cap that we get back in stock, I'm going to do a little video test, make sure which cans they work on. Now today we're going to start with our New York Fat Cap. The New York Fat Cap is what we would refer to as an American cap, which is to say that it was originally made with the intention that it would be used on American brands of paint, such as Krylon and Color Place and paint like that. So basically we're going to try to use the New York Fat on a bunch of different cans, on a Montana Hardcore, a Color Place, a Rustoleum can, a Krylon can, an Ironlak can, and a Molotow can. So let's start with the New York Fat on a Montana Hardcore. As you can see, the cap fits in fine, looks like it's going to work fine. Seems to spray fine. The New York Fat works just fine with the Montana Hardcore. Let's try it on a can of Rustoleum. Cap fits in. The Rustoleum can is leaking quite a bit, so I would suggest not using a New York Fat on a Rustoleum can. Now let's try it on an Ironlak can. Seems to spray fine. Works just fine on an Ironlak can. So a New York Fat is approved for an Ironlak. So now let's try a New York Fat on a Krylon can. A New York Fat works fine on a Krylon can. Now let's try a New York Fat on a Color Place can. So New York Fat works fine on a Color Place can. Finally, let's try a New York Fat on a Belton can. A New York Fat works fine on a Belton can. In review, as you can see, a New York Fat Cap works great on a Belton Molotow can, a Montana Hardcore can, a Krylon can, a Color Place can, or an Ironlak can. The only paint that we tested today that the New York Fat did not work on was a Rustoleum can. So remember, a New York Fat will cause a Rustoleum can to leak, but it works great with all the other brands of paint that we use today. Visit OinkArtLTD.com to get your New York Fats for the best price anywhere, including only $1.50 for a 10-pack. Visit OinkArtLTD.com today.